Mahomes now going to tuck it and run, and he is taken down. T.J. Edwards came to get him. And Mahomes is slow getting up. Oh, boy.
At the end of the first half, Patrick Mahomes was injured in the same foot that he had already been injured from 3 weeks ago in the game against the Jaguars. Mahomes had a high ankle sprain, also called a syndesmosis injury, in his right foot. The first sprain was caused because his foot was fully supported on the ground in dorsiflexion. That is, the dorsum of the foot approaches the lower part of the tibia, and then another player slams into his leg, forcing an external rotation of the ankle. An external rotation of the ankle means that the toes are pointing out while the knee continues to point forward. In addition, he receives the blow from the side of the anterior and posterior tibiofibular ligaments, and the anterior tibiofibular ligament is forced to make an excessive outward movement, thus injuring this ligament. The ligaments of the syndesmosis act as stabilizers and shock absorbers of the ankle joint, and if damaged, can cause instability in the ankle. That is, it can cause pain when taking a step and feels like the ankle is shaking every time you take a step. The adequate treatment of a sprain depends on its severity. However, the most common thing to do will be to stop any sport activity for approximately 3 weeks and add anti-inflammatories, ice bags, compression, and therapeutic exercise and stretching. But because this is the NFL and Mahomes plays the quarterback position, obviously there was no time for that. Because this happened during the season, Mahomes didn't have time to recover from this sprain. Most likely he received anti-inflammatories and ice because he has to continue playing and training since he cannot lose condition for the following games. In the last game at the end of the first half, he suffered an ankle syndesmosis injury again. The injury mechanism is basically the same. Here we see how the foot rests on the ground in dorsiflexion. Then the foot goes towards external rotation, putting a lot of stress on the anterior fibular ligament again. Taking into account that this ligament was not entirely healthy at this time, it is very likely that his injury was worsened. Mahomes is seen in a lot of pain. However, being such an important player, it is most likely that he received an injection in his ankle of Toradol, the drug that is most used in the NFL, also called ketorolac. Ketorolac is an anti-inflammatory, analgesic, and antipyretic. That is, it prevents the person from getting a fever. The ankle injection is faster than an edible medicine. The ketorolac is going to help the joint to stop the swelling, and it helps to mask the pain for a few hours while the game ends. The doctors might have applied a functional bandage in his ankle as well, so he can feel more secure anytime he takes a step. The functional bandage is a type of emergency bandage that is used only in cases where a person is injured and cannot take rest immediately, as in the case of athletes in the middle of a game or a competition.